Oh yeah, yo, Matt is
Hello.
here, and we've got Steven in the chat. We got Shock, Lex, ChrisNetzelGaming. Oh wait, that's me. Yo, Shock, what's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Yo, chat, how's everybody doing? Is everybody good? Matt, you said you went and saw the family, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder why this vein always sticks out on my neck right here when I start yakking. You see it?
Yeah, it's not like the stress one on top of
I'm
your head.
aggressively
Like,
talking.
That's what it is. It's the growling, isn't it? That's what it is. So,
Yo, your mom's here. Yo, look, Shock's mom is here too. Yo, Shock's mom, Miss Shock. What's up? How are you, ma'am? I hope you're having a beautiful, phenomenal. I was gonna say badass day. I hope your mom doesn't mind, but I hope she has having a really good day. Yeah, is that a little compromise?
Yeah.
So yeah, you went to see your family.
Yeah. Had 4 or 5 days really with them over Christmas and stuff. So only got back about, is it 2 hours now, something like that. So yeah, it's a lot of traveling for us over here, but it's like sort of 5 hours traveling, which is nothing to you guys, is it? Over in the States, that's like you do
Not
that
in
easy.
Texas.
No, that's what I mean. So, but to us, yeah, it's a bit of a travel for us, or it feels like it is. I think took us about 4.5 hours to get down there just before, well, just after Christmas, and about 5.5, 6 hours to get back today. So yeah, but no, it was really good to catch up with everybody as well. So, how about yourself?
I went back home and was there for 3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah,
and it was good seeing everybody.
no, that's good. Yeah,
Yo, Steven said he's getting ready for work. Hey man, I hope you have a good weekend at work, bro.
Yeah, have a good day.
It's a 9-hour drive to my new base, but I got some time before I move again.
Yeah,
I mean 9 hours isn't too bad, right?
No, that's when traffic's been bad. It's taken me sort of, I think the worst it's taken me to get home to kind of parents and stuff is about 9-10 hours. So I have done that before, but I know that you guys in the States, you kind of travel a fair distance to get anywhere really, and especially for vacations, things like that and stuff. So yeah, it's on our little island. 4 hours seems a long journey.
Well, I hope you got I hope you had a good time, and I'm glad you made it there safe and back safe, and I hope the kids enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah, no, they did. That was the main thing. I think it all caught up with Charlie a little bit sort of yesterday. You know how they kind of get excited and then it wears down and they get excited again, and they get tired and they're still excited. So he kind of had a little bit of a wobble for half an hour or an hour yesterday or so. But yeah, he's all good. He really enjoyed it. He actually found it harder to get to sleep now that we're back home, because he's now remembering everything that we've done over the last few days than what it was before we actually went. So it caught me out by surprise a little bit, really. He's been up a couple of times already tonight. So yeah, and I've got my little mate here today. Is that that way? So before he goes in the cupboard, I thought he'd sit in the background and have a listen.
Hey, Shock, what news did you get, bro? What news did your unit get? Do you have any good news? So Matt, I guess kind of what we're doing here, y'all, is we're gonna just have a little yak session before New Year's.
Yeah.
What does anybody have? So listen, I know you guys are here. I'm just kind of curious to hear what you guys have planned for this new year. Does anybody have any New Year resolutions? Anybody got anything excited? Yo, Miss Baby Mama, what's up, sweetie? What's up? Also, chat, I guess maybe we'll just air this out now. I've been kind of quiet about a lot of what's been going on. So I guess like there's not really any easy way to say it, but my father, right? My father they moved him out of the hospital today and moved him into a facility where he's going under hospice care. So it's kind of bad news, I mean, I guess I knew it was kind of a long time coming, you know what I'm saying? But so that might be something that I might be having to balance over the next however long it takes. I don't know. But I want you guys to be aware, right, that if I have to go back to Pearland, it might be right at some point, and we might have to take another few days off. But hopefully, it's I don't know, right? But we're gonna try and get through it. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that the position that he's in, this might be the best alternative that you could go through. I went and I saw him a few times up at the hospital well, actually every day that I was in Pearland, I was up there, and you could tell that the kidneys with them declining, it's making his mental state not all there, and things are just getting kind of ugly. So this is where we're at now, right? But I'm going to tell y'all something, and this is kind of what we always talk about in these mental health streams, is that a lot of people talk about having significant others pass away and go through things like that, and it's very, very tragic, right? And I know that once that day comes, like, of course, I'll be sad and hurt and disappointed. But I know that my father would want the best for me. So we're gonna try and make this next year the best year fucking has been so far. This last year, especially on the stream side and for this family of badasses. I mean, look at TikTok. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of great things are happening, and I really want to dial that in this year. So that's kind of the plans for Chris Netzel Gaming in totality over the next year is to make this the best that we possibly can. Matt has ironed out some more guests and stuff, and after the holidays, after New Year's, we're gonna have that lined out on the mental health side, and we'll keep rocking these and keep bringing on guests and making this the best that it could possibly be too, so we can help everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shot, I appreciate that, and yo, baby mama, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all being here. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I will tell this: I do find peace and tranquility and kindness in y'all and firing up the streams and doing all that stuff, and it helps keep me above the water itself, you know. And that's how you guys help me, and I'm humbled. I really am. Right, Matt. What do you got planned for New Year's, man? You got any kind of resolutions? You got anything that you're working on in particular? And also, while Matt's talking about it, chat, if you guys want to list some things down that you guys are excited about this year, you know.
Yeah. Now, first of all, Chris, I know we had a little bit of a chat beforehand, so I'd just like to kind of repeat how sorry I am to kind of hear about your dad's position and things and stuff. It's as kind of the time that we've got to know each other, although, like I said, we've kind of never met in person, unfortunately, but I regard you as a great friend, and I'm not going to go on too much because I know you kind of don't really like that yourself, I don't think, for people to kind of make too much of a big deal or give you too much of a big pat on the back sometimes. But I know kind of that chat will definitely be here, and I am as well if you ever need a chat and stuff. We all kind of highly respect who you are, what you stand for, and what you do here. And kind of we kind of all of us, I know, we just want to wish you and your dad the best, and your family as well the best. And if there's anything, I know I'll speak for everybody in chat as well. If there's anything that we can do for you, or if you need a chat at all, just obviously give us a shout. And the team and the community's here. I know they are. So
absolutely, and I appreciate that. I was really impressed with the way Casey handled it, because she's here. She'll be here until the 3rd, and she asked to go up there, you know. And I told her, I was like, "Listen, you're gonna go up there. You're gonna hear things, because like once, you know, I was talking earlier about the decline of the kidneys affects the mental status, you know."
Yeah.
And she poor thing, man. I was gonna stream on the way home, right? So we went up there. I went up there with her, like the same day that I came back. We left from the hospital to drive back home. I was gonna stream, but she was just kind of sad, you know, and like, but I'm just so proud of her, man. Like I don't know. I'm just so proud that she is capable of understanding these things, especially at her age, and just has the right mentality, you know, of like, this is sad, but you know, at the end of the day, like she knows that everybody that's around her, like all of her family, want nothing but great things for her. You know? So.
And I think we all know where she gets a big part of that from as well. So it's kind of is really, and there's moments like that where you can kind of be proud for those other people around you, especially your children and things, and they get that from some, you know, from their peers and who the people that are around them, and you play a big part in that. So that's kind of that mirror image kind of coming back at you there, I think. So
it's good. You know, Steven said it's tough. I had 2 people pass away that I've known almost my whole life. One of them was 2 days before Christmas, and the other one was right before Thanksgiving. And it's tough. Yeah, and it really is. It's a tough life. And like I said, I have not been very vocal about what all has been transpiring in between then and now with my dad. And a lot of times I have to process things myself before I can deal with them, per se.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's there, and I know it exists, but I just take I think you know, I've never been the best at coping with things, Now I've made a lot of progress, I think, in my own life, right, over doing that. But I have a very systematic way of doing it. So it's there now, chat. Right, it's there now. Like you guys understand, like where it's at and what it's going to be. I mean, there's no way around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just hope, right? I hope. Yo, Justin, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. I hope that it's as peaceful as it could possibly be, because the way that things are right now is just not good, right? Like, so with the decay of the mind, you guys, he thinks that people are after him. Like people are putting bugs in his skin, and it's just when the kidney levels, and I didn't really know that this was a thing until he went through it, but that can actually really highly affect your mental status. So it's just a matter of time now, right? And we'll kind of go through it as it's delivered. I can't, there's not really a time frame or anything like that, so we're just gonna have to ride this out and see where it goes. But I want, especially if it happens soon, right? Like I want this to be the best year of this ChrisNetzelGaming thing. Just kind of in his memory, because without, like, my dad, chat, was not always the greatest, right? But we as parents, we all make mistakes in life, and there's a lot of good things that I feel like I learned from my dad, and there's a lot of things where I learned from mistakes that were made that made me a better parent, and I would just like this next year to kind of be in the honor of what all he's done, all he's sacrificed, right? Like I've always had a roof over my head as a kid. I always had food on the table, clothes on my back, and that's a lot more than some people have at all in life, So that's kind of my goal for this next year, is to, I don't know, make him the most proud. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So I think that fits in really well as well, to be honest, because like we've spoken a little bit off air because about our plans. We had sort of those plans during this year to kind of take this into like a proper podcast that a few people have asked for as well at different times. And I know like some of my friends, to be honest, as well, they've mentioned at different times, why don't you actually sort of do, kind of a proper recorded podcast and things like that. So there's a lot of scope for that, and we've obviously been talking a little bit more about that, kind of kicking that off this year, which is exciting, and I think that kind of takes things to a different level and opens up some sort of different doors for this and for the community and stuff as well. So so it fits in really well. It feels like it's going to be a good year, and I think as well, sort of the stream, what we do here on a Friday, and the guests as well that are kind of coming through that kind of want to be on here now as well, when they kind of see what we do, and they've watched some of our old streams kind of back straight away. They're kind of saying, I need to come on and talk to you. And I think there was a couple of comments as well from different people in chat.
Baby mama said she wanted to come on.
Yeah.
And then we got Kayla too.
Yep, right? Yeah. I've spoken to Kayla briefly a couple of weeks ago. So there's a good list of people kind of coming up. I think we still want to kind of strike that balance where we kind of look after the people in chat as well, because we don't want to lose that. Chat's really important, and the people there are really important. And without them and you, we're kind of nothing really. That's the whole reason why we're here. So so perhaps having a little bit of a break between sort of guests, so we can kind of catch up with everybody between ourselves as well. I'll kind of speak to Chris more about that, but we'll kind of plan for those things. So if anybody wants to kind of come on, please get in touch and drop us a message, and we'll kind of book you in and put you in a diary. But yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting year really, and it fits in really well with myself as well, because my days have kind of got busier with children and things like that, and looking after them a lot. And I'm really keen on sort of kind of seeing what we can do with this and grow that to kind of a bigger audience, so it's out there on different platforms where people kind of can access it a bit more easily really, and especially with the kind of interesting people that we've got lined up to talk to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we gotta, yo, Grim, I'm sorry to hear you're sick, bro. Yikes, bro. Hey, Skid, it's good to see you, man. I hope all is well, dude. I really do, man.
Yeah.
How's everything been going, Skid? Are you good? Evening, everyone. I'm here lurking, sick as hell. Yo, Grim, I hope you get to feeling better, dog. I hate being sick, man.
There's so many bugs around at the moment, isn't there? Still.
Yeah, I'm getting over the man cold myself.
Yeah.
Just enjoying stateside air. Yo, Shock. I know you're glad to be back, and I know your mom was glad to have you back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, welcome back. Right? LOL. Good to have you back stateside. Chris Armstrong, what's up, dude? How you doing, bro? How are you? Yo, Joe, what's up, buddy? How are you? So for those of y'all that are just showing up, check this out. We're just kind of having a little hangout. I talked a little bit about my dad and where that's at and what the status is so far. We've also kind of talked about like where I want this year to go, this next year, and I'm excited, man. I really am. I'll be quite honest with y'all. I never thought I would have made it this far, you know. And you guys are the ones that keep this dream alive and keep me on the front line, find that good fight, and all of us fighting together and traveling this path. We've really traveled a path of greatness, especially of this last year with TikTok, man. We're getting spotlighted by them again tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. Central Standard Time if you guys want to show up. But we're almost at 100K follower mark, and then I think some new doors going to open once we get there. And I'm excited, right? I'm excited. Joe, what you up to, buddy? What's up, man? How's your day going, bro? You all right? I hope. I'm still listening, but I'm putting together my new dresser. Yo, good shit.
That's multitasking.
I can't wait for this journey with you, Chris. I mean, you know, Chris. So Chris Armstrong sent me a message the other day, and we were talking about, you know, where things have gone and what all places we've been and shit like that. And it's just each and everything, whether it's been good or bad, has been a true blessing here. And I guess maybe bad is poor terminology. Maybe each and every way, even though the thing whatever thing it was didn't go in the direction I thought it was going to go, it still landed us in a different direction that has always been positive here. And I don't know, man, it's very humbling, you know, and like I've said multiple times, you know, the reason why we're here is to help other people out and put a smile on other people's faces and try and do our part to change the world, man. Also, it just gives a great example for Casey to follow. And I don't know, man, it's just this has been a very humbling experience. I love it, and I have no intentions on backing down or stopping. And it's been a hell of a ride so far, you know. It really has. And these mental health things have just been an absolute blessing. I don't know. I'm just, these are the things that I lay in bed at night and think about. You know, I think about how great this has been and how great everybody here is, and it's just a true blessing. You know. Yeah. So, chat, do you guys have anything that y'all want to kind of accomplish this year, or what do y'all got? What do y'all got going on, man? Does anybody have any like specific things that they'd really like to see happen and discuss plans on how to get there? We also know that Shock said he wanted to come on too, so we'll make sure to get that ironed out as well, right?
Great. Yeah. Are you
Gunner, what's up, dude?
Are you normally someone, Chris, who's made resolutions in the past or anything like that, or do you just?
I've never really been in the holidays, or I mean, like, I appreciate Christmas, I appreciate the family time, I appreciate them from them. I think last year was probably really the first time I was like, you know what, I'm driven, and this has been like over the past year has been like listen, at the end of the day, New Year's is just another day, right? It's not anything that really holds any like major significance. Like, we can make New Year's resolutions any day at any time. But for some reason, I really focused a lot on last year of letting that be the fire that resets everything and then gives me that motivation and stuff to keep going.
Yeah. We seem quite often, and I think it's it feels naturally kind of that new year, new start, doesn't it? It's, there is definitely something about that, but I'm very much the same as yourself, really. I try to not wait for certain dates to kind of make those starts or kind of start something new. So if I have that idea, I kind of kickstart it as soon as I can, really, rather than waiting for kind of the start of a new year or anything like that. But I think as well, there can be a lot of pressure as well of kind of trying to start new habits or make changes at the beginning of the year. And I think we spoke last year actually about how I think it's February, March sort of time where most kind of New Year's resolutions come to an end and people kind of revert to old habits and stuff. So
real quick, Casey wants to say hi.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Hey, Gunner.
Hey.
Hi, Casey. How are you doing?
Yo, Gunner, you see what she's wearing, bro? Flexing that merch out.
Getting taller, Chris.
I know, God. Like, she's Casey. How tall are you now? Do you know offhand? 5'8.5" inches.
5'8".
Don't forget about the 0.5. Right?
I'm gonna have to hurry up and grow a little bit more. I think it's gonna be overtaking me soon.
So, yo, Chris, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. And to the best mentor for my soldier, both present and the future. Yo, Shock. Anytime you guys want to come on with it, man.
Yeah.
I'm still listening with my dresser together. More of a sponge for my job. Yo, Shock with that. Hello. Shock says hi. Little hoodlum. Let me see it. But yeah, Matt, I'm just looking forward to it, man. I really think there's gonna be a lot of great things that happen over this.
That's good. Where's this merch coming from, Chris? Is it? Have you got much listed on there? Is it the hoodies or?
It's got hoodies, shirts, all that good stuff, and then
Okay.
Casey. Yo, hey, how are you? Casey, Gunner said he wants you to pick something out from the merch thing because he's gonna get you something too. There you go. Okay. So
is that is it listed on Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's under the link tree in the announcement section.
Okay, I'll have a look on there. I haven't really kind of, because we haven't been on here for a few weeks or a couple of weeks. I've missed a lot of your streams as well, so I'll have to have a look. Am I kind of lining you up for a lot of good plugs here?
I like it, bro. I like it. Here, let me get you.
So where do you get this merch from, Chris?
Let me do this. How can I copy this or not? Let's see here. Bam. Copy. And then I'll just drop it in the chat. Right? Paste. There you go.
I'll have a look.
I think that's it. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. So I know Matt wanted to talk about people who deals with dyslexia. Yo, John, what the hell, yeah. I have a hoodlum sweatshirt for my JTAC. Yo, good shit, man. I think she's about the same age as my daughter. Oh yeah. Casey, if you could close that door too, I'd appreciate it. I also got an upgrade in speed for Wi-Fi. Oh, I'm sure you did, being back stateside.
Yeah.
Right. Gunner is the man for helping you start up the I know. So Matt, Gunner is the one that really got all that lined out. I'll be honest with you, I didn't have the confidence, right?
Yeah.
And I typically, you will not hear that from me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it definitely went down that way. I just didn't. I guess it's not really the confidence, but I didn't know even remotely how to do anything. But Gunner has took the lead with that, bro, and just ran with it, right? 100%.
Might have to drop him a line because I've been a little bit let down. I've got a store on my website, and I've kind of been let down a little bit by who's providing for that at the moment. So yeah, I might have to drop him a line.
Yeah, this one's been really cool, Matt, because you could just here. I'll show you right now. Where is this thing? Lines. I keep forgetting this takes me to my stuff. Why is this not working? Yeah, so check this out. Let me bring this up here. Share screen. Bam. So basically, Matt, what this like on here, you can like take and add logos and stuff, and then you can put those on the hoodies or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you could just you can go to an item, right? You can go to item here, and let's do hoodies and sweatshirts, and then you can just change. You know, you can swap out the logos and stuff, which is really cool. I really like this blue one with that on there.
Yeah, that's good. I might get some Matt Andrews slippers.
There you go. I think we got stickers too.
Yeah,
like it. I like it. I like it. And coffee mugs.
Yeah, I'll have a look on there afterwards. I might get myself Netzelled up.
Make it happen. Oh yeah.
I know you've already seen it, but I'll make a start.
Oh look, nice cowboy hat, bro. Nice cowboy hat.
Woody Netzel.
So Shock, what does it feel like to have good internet again, bro? Produced in Arizona. I guess people want to know too. How was your Christmas, bro?
Yeah, really good. That was good. Children make it, really, don't they? So yeah, all really good. Yeah. Thanks, Armstrong, for that. I hope you had a good one as well, and everybody else in chat. Let us know in chat sort of how your Christmases went, if it's okay, and who you spent it with, how you spent it. If you got anything good over the Christmas season. But yeah, no, mine was really good. It was. I think I've just got to that age where you kind of look at the joy on the little ones, and it's about kind of the excitement that you get from them, really. And seeing them happy is the main thing. So yeah, my day was a good one as long as they were happy, really. So that's where I was, which yeah, it's good. We've got a house full though at the moment, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a clear out and hopefully kind of encourage Charlie to let go of a few old toys, but I'm not sure if he's going to do that at the moment. So.
Probably not, huh?
No, you kind of might have to sneak him outside, but he's caught us doing that in the past before. So yeah, that's a hard one.
What about New Year's, Matt? You got any plans for New Year's?
I haven't, to be honest. We've got a couple of fireworks here, so yeah. So hopefully I don't have any accidents tomorrow. We've got a few rockets to set off. Again, I don't know whether the kids will stay up that late for that, but I like blowing things up anyway. To be honest, it's a bit of a secret of mine. So
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so kind of doing that. I think it's probably a fairly quiet one up until kind of 11 o'clock midnight. Just stay at home really with them, but I quite like that. That's good. How about yourself?
I got my mom coming into town, y'all.
Oh yeah,
she'll be here tomorrow. After the TikTok spotlight thing, and I don't know if we're going to the Riverwalk tomorrow evening or afterwards. So in San Antonio, which is close by, you know, that's the closest big city, I guess. They have like a Riverwalk, man. It looks really, really cool.
Is that like lit up as well with like kind of lights and stuff?
Yeah, they usually have Christmas lights and everything. I know she got a hotel. I don't know if it's tomorrow night or the night after, but we'll be doing that. So if I'm at the hotel tomorrow night, I'll probably just go live on the phone around midnight or whatever, and then we'll hang out. But if not, I'll be doing it from the house. They're still kind of hesitant here about shooting off fireworks and the fire stuff because we still haven't had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I get that.
So this is kind of it right here, right?
Okay, that looks good.
Yeah, so it's got like a cool little river walk. That's what it looks like at Christmas time. I
think. Wow, that looks good.
And
I like that. It's got a bit of like a Venetian kind of look, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
like Amsterdam kind of look.
They got little like rides that go through the river through the town or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
right? It'd be cool for a little Casey to go around and see all these lights.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Definitely.
I keep saying little, but she's just not anymore. You know what I mean?
They always are, aren't they? I think. Yeah. What do you kind of normally do food wise? Do you do?
I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see. Sounds like a question asked a miss. What happened? You've got a miss. Who's your miss? I know I still have some connections with our combat engineers, bro. I would love to do fireworks, but God bless. It's just such a fire hazard still over here, you know? Last thing I need is another scare. Like what was it, 3 weeks after I moved in is when we got evacuated, right? Because the fire was so close.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that the water goes back up to this next year. That'd be great. So maybe for New Year's, we could get rain.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
A few months, you know?
Good. Yeah.
I would be grateful for that, right?
Yeah. It just goes to show, though, doesn't it? Because I think everybody's weather is doing strange things at the moment, isn't it? Really, it is over in the UK here. It's like baking hot one day, and then the next day freezing cold. Yeah. So it just gets mind up, really. And then
71 degrees outside today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Doing a low country boil over here in South Carolina tomorrow. What you cooking? Yo, what you cooking? Huh? I think so. Gunner sent me some Omaha steaks for Christmas, man, and I got those in the fridge defrosting right now. Yeah,
they look good.
Tomorrow, I think when my mom shows up, we'll probably do them steaks. I'm kind of excited about that a lot, right? I mean, it's just so yummy looking.
Yeah, no, it looked good.
Gunner just made my holidays. You know what I mean? Did you see Omaha Steaks commented on that Twitter post too?
Yeah, I saw the pictures of them. They do look good.
Yeah. Shrimp, corn, sausage, and crab legs. That sounds yummy.
Yeah,
yo, Coley, what's up, dude? What's up, Coley?
Hey, Coley.
So, once again, for those of y'all showing up, right? We're just kind of hanging out, yakking about New Year's, talking about some resolutions, talking about some situations that are going on. 60 today. God, you know, and here's the crazy thing, Chris, right? Like, I mean, just keep in mind it was like 28, 29, 30 degrees, right? So tomorrow, a high of 75, 74, and then Monday, it's a high of 78. Why am I in the heart of winter and it's 78 degrees outside? Unacceptable, right? I need cold weather. right? Now, good thing I keep it cold as shit inside the house, right? That helps out a lot too.
Yeah.
High 60. So I guess Matt, you got anything else that you kind of want to go over?
Not really. No, I was just kind of obviously was interested in sort of anyone else's kind of ideas of what they'd like to achieve this year, any changes they'd like to make. I am really excited about what we can do, kind of podcast wise and streaming wise. I think that'll be really good. I think I've noticed a bit of a difference towards the end of this year, as where like people have been in contact with myself really, where they've perhaps sort of people that I've kind of known sort of on Facebook as a connection, but have actually taken the time to look on Facebook and kind of look at the streams that we have been doing, and they've been really keen on sort of coming on, and there's some past guests as well that sort of have said that they'd really like to come on again. I think, which won't be a problem either, because I know that there was a lot of new people that we kind of met sort of fairly recently, sort of on here as well, that would have missed the very original ones that we've done. So we've covered a real load of topics over the last couple of years. Zach's really interesting, who we had on a few weeks ago, because he comes from a slightly different angle than myself. I'm more kind of experience, practical sort of wise. Zach's more kind of educational, studying sort of wise. So, and I talk a lot sort of away from here, sort of with him, and he'll kind of say like, "Oh, we're studying this at the moment," or "I've researched this," and then I'll kind of go, "Well, that fits in really well, because kind of working with these people, I know that would work well with them," and so that will be an interesting kind of connection, really. I think who we can kind of tap into Zach a few times, hopefully, sort of going forward, of where we can kind of have conversations where we kind of discuss an issue or a problem or sort of a certain area, and then perhaps even sort of like the next week, if not the same evening or same time, he can kind of come in and fill us in from the educational side, or back up sort of what we say with the research and things behind it, and talk about that a bit more. So he's perhaps a little bit more kind of technical, as in the knowledge, technical sort of wise. So yeah, that was a bit of an interesting dynamic really, to kind of have him on board when we kind of need to or want to as well. So that's good. But yeah, there's a lot of topics I think that we can kind of revisit again, perhaps in a little bit more in depth as well, and bring on some experts that are kind of have an expertise in a specific area, whereas I kind of cover a lot of different areas really. Perhaps have a little bit of knowledge in a lot of them, whereas there's other people that have more of an in-depth knowledge in certain things, especially to do with kind of disabilities and kind of sort of other mental health issues, things like that. So yeah, be interesting, be good.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, look, last Saturday it was a high of 19, and tomorrow the high is 76. I mean, that's just that's crazy, right? And 19 in Minnesota. Gunner, can you send me your cold weather again? That'd be great. Cole, you got a VR headset for Christmas? Do you like it, bro? Or what?
Yeah.
You like it? Chris Armstrong says, "Shit, my house stays between 65 and 68 degrees year round." Listen, mine too stays at 67, right? Usually during the summertime it's at 67. Now, over the past last week when it got cold, I just turned the heater off, right? So I would wake up and be like 60, 57 degrees in the house, and I was like, "Ooh, I love it." You know what I'm saying? I love it. I don't know. I like to be cold, chat. I like to be cold when I sleep. I don't know about you guys, right? Yeah, I'm liking it. Good deal.
Coley's reminded me that my nephew had a VR set recently, and I tried it for the first time yesterday, actually. And have you had a go on one yet, Chris? Have you used one?
I did it once. Chelsea and Matt came over the house and they bought that, and it was fun.
Yeah, no, they are great fun. I found that my nephew was really worried because I didn't use like the wrist straps, so he was like really worried that I was going to throw the handsets and stuff, which I didn't do that, but lucky enough. I did manage to kind of punch Charlie at one point because he walked in front of me when I obviously couldn't see him. But yeah, I found on that as well, although you're not moving, like my legs were kind of shaking and doing weird things before I got kind of used to it. So But yeah, no, they're great fun on there. I'm kind of looking at perhaps getting one myself actually. So yeah, good.
Chris said this year I'd like to get more involved with your mental health on Friday. I'm a little bit nervous about it, so I'm gonna work on that too. Hey man,
Yeah,
listen, anytime you want to show up, man, you just
yeah,
let us know, right? Let us know, and then I'm all about like this. At the end of the day, we are bringing on guests. We're having stuff like that, but that's just as a tool to open up doors for people, like to think differently, to challenge your mind, to push yourself past your norm, to where you can open up the possibility of repairing yourself. So
yeah,
it's all about y'all. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I learn from it every time, every Friday. You know what I'm saying? I learn new stuff, right? And I love learning new things, especially practical things. I
yeah.
like
Me
I
too.
like knowing when Zach was here and he provided some insight on some of the things that why things were happening the way they were. I'm intrigued by that stuff. So at the end of the day, like you guys coming on here and sharing your story, it would be absolutely beautiful, and I would be
Yeah.
honored, right? I'd be honored to have you guys do that, right? It would
Some
be it would be a blessing.
Something I'm really kind of pleased
Yo,
about
Blue
is
Sport,
that
what's up,
the
dude?
people that we have had on afterwards, I've kind of received a message from them saying like how relaxed they kind of felt, and that it was just like talking to a couple of friends sort of on there. So um, I think rather because we do talk to those guests as well beforehand, and I certainly do as well when I'm trying to kind of invite people and set that up. And the big thing is that I kind of always say to them is that obviously talk about what you're comfortable talking about. So there's no need at all to sort of talk about sort of things that make them feel uncomfortable, and there's no pressure to kind of
Right.
talk about subjects that they don't want to. Um, to be honest, I really enjoy just meeting people and just that chinwag with people. And if it goes further than that, then that's great. I think there's always things that even if someone has got a lot kind of going on, but they kind of are happy just to talk about everyday things and what helps them, or what has helped them in the past to kind of get through difficult times without even explaining what those difficult times are. That's a great help to people because it kind of shares ideas and shares those practical things that we can kind of all do, and will definitely help somebody else. So if someone wants to come on and open up and talk about sort of kind of things really in depth, that's great. If people just want to talk and come on and just give ideas or share ideas about what's helped them in the past without actually going into detail of what might have upset them or caused them problems, then that's great too. So but yeah, I've been really pleased on how kind of guests afterwards have said that they felt really comfortable, and the big part of that as well is again how chat made them feel comfortable, and the
Right.
part that played as well, and how welcoming people here are to the guests that we have on. So it's great.
Yo, Blue Sword, talking about sick as dog, COVID, severe cold, and bacterial pink eye. Man, that is a hell of a combination,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Third time with COVID, and this is the worst by far. I had
that
it
seems
twice, right? I had it twice, and the second time
mm,
was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie to you,
mm,
right? Second time was rough,
mm,
Chris Armstrong said, I like hearing what tools people use to help themselves. And it really helps, man. And
mm,
here's the thing. The benefit about hearing multiple avenues of working on things and fixing things is that you get to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? So like
mm.
what works for me doesn't always work for everybody else, but you could take part of what worked for me and then transition it into something to you, or vice versa, right? Matt could be talking about something and I'd be like, I don't really know if that's necessarily my style, but I can
Yeah,
take these specific little things and then build my own system to
mm,
make sure that it helps me out. Are you talking
yeah.
about Jarrett? Is this Jarrett? Is this not Jarrett? Is this not Jarrett? It is. It's got to be because you have the blue fucking. Oh my god, yo, chat. It is not freaking Jarrett, bro. Oh my god, I saw the tool next to your name because
I
it doesn't
said it
show me on the
wasn't
first
him.
chat. It doesn't show me on the actual live streaming app. But when I looked over at the other chat that I have,
Oh yeah,
yo, it is hashtag not Jarrett,
not
bro.
me.
It is so good to see you, man. I miss you, dude. I miss
Yeah.
you. I hope all is well, bro. I'm gonna do a little hashtag not Jarrett because you're my fucking homie. You know what I'm saying, bro? Oh yeah, right now, Jarrett. God,
He
it's been
wasn't
so long, bro.
he
I
wasn't
talked
pleased with me one night because I put not ferret instead of not
not
Jarrett.
Jarrett.
So he
I
wasn't. I
hadn't
don't
talked
think
to him
he
in a
was
hot
pleased.
minute, and then he called me the other day or
Yeah.
texted me, and we were yakking on the phone with him and his neighbor.
Mm.
Right, yo, Jared, it's so good to see you, bro.
That's good.
I hope the kids had a good Christmas. I hope the family's doing good. I'm fucking happy to have you here, bro. Other
Yeah,
than
me
being
too.
sick, I know you're sick, but
Mm.
yikes. You know how long it's been since I've had pink eye? God, dude, I just that shit is miserable, right?
Mm.
Close to a hospital visit. I mean, if you're feeling bad, I definitely recommend going because that's a hell of a combination. I just got over the man cold, right? Good thing it wasn't COVID and stacked on with pink eye.
Yeah.
Chat, would you guys still watch the stream if I had pink eye? I'll like rub my eye and then rub the camera. You know, sharing is caring. Chat, sharing is caring.
I think
Right?
we're all right as long as we're more than 2 meters away. I think so.
I think boot camp is the last time that I had it too, man. To be honest with you, boot camp there's just all sorts of like once somebody had something, it just got passed around.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I would question where you got it from, but Grim is slightly hesitant on doing that. Are you insinuating that he grabbed poop and touched his eyeball? Because isn't that kind of where I get pink eye? Right? I'm just saying.
We could do a whole evening on that. That'd be good.
So food for thought, right? Don't touch poop in your eyeball. Yeah.
I've got some wipes here. Actually, I'm going to wipe my screen after you touched it, Chris.
We all have a story. Surprising, our stories are very similar. I agree. Right, I agree. And John, dude, I just want to thank you so much, bro, for you decontaminating the camera. Yo, John, and I'm humbled, man. I really am thankful for that merch and all that good stuff. I mean, I don't know, dude, it's just sexy as shit. You know what I'm saying?
That looks good.
And it's so comfortable. Like these are, and I'm not just being biased, chat, right? Like I talked with Gunner for a long time, and he's like, "What's your main concern?" You know, I'm like, comfort and quality, right? Like I want that to be there, and you scored it, bro. Sometimes when you're at your lowest, you feel allowed, but coming on here shows me you're not allowed. Wait, sometimes when you're at the lowest, you feel allowed, but coming on here shows me you're not allowed. Wait, what? Chris, what happened? Can you reword that? Done with the dresser? Yeah, you got it done. Good shit, man. What are you gonna do? Tote it over to your new apartment or whatever? Or what? My boy Jarrett, dude. It's so good to fucking see you, bro. Alone? Oh, sometimes when you're at your lowest, you feel alone. But coming here shows, yes, 100%. Yeah. Yo,
I was confused then as well, but yeah, that makes sense.
And that's that, bro. If that's what you, 100%, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I take the most pride in what we have developed. And this is all of us together, right? This is all of us together. We've all traveled down this road together. What we built here is a spot for just people to feel safe. And like, you know what? This world may be spinning out of control. I don't quite know how to grasp it and slow it down. But guess what? I can hang out here. We can go to these mental health streams. We can develop tools to implement and put into place to make that world slow down a little bit and let us get a grasp on those little small things that pile up and just weigh us down. Yeah. You know, and that's what this does for me every Friday, right? Every Friday that we do this, it does it for me.
Do you know, you're actually, already in your for myself actually as well, because it's quite often where I think I have mentioned it on here before about some of my friends' reactions years ago when kind of they shared all their troubles and their problems constantly and regularly with myself. And I never needed to really, or felt that I needed to. And then one evening I was talking to a friend again, who again, we'd kind of spoke about his problems, and I'd given him some advice and perhaps some suggestions of how to help and what to do. And then afterwards he said, like, you know, kind of how have you been? And it was one time where actually I thought, well, yeah, actually I've had a bit of a heavy week. So I kind of went to tell him about my heavy week and how bad that had been. And he stopped me kind of halfway through and he went, hang on a minute, like, you don't have problems. We come to you with our problems. You can't have problems because, like, you have a good life. You have a great life. You can't have problems. We don't expect you to have problems. And he kind of put a block on me really by saying that, in me kind of sharing much with him in that way, sort of any worries and things. But and quite often, so with what I do, everybody expects me to be happy, to be strong, to be kind of motivated all the time, to kind of be getting up, doing things, and for me not to have any problems. And this on a Friday has allowed me to talk about things that have troubled me in the past, things that are troubling me today, if there was anything. And for me, myself as well, you know, kind of, it's a bit of a secret, is that you guys and girls kind of provide that for me as well. It's a safe place, a comfortable place to be. And probably only one of the only places where I can actually say, you know, actually, I've had a bit of a hard week. Things aren't going well. So thank you very much for that as well, because I get just as much out of kind of this each week as hopefully as what yourselves do as well, and that kind of means so much to me. It really does.
Chris said, sorry, I need a proofread before hitting send.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Discord and now iPhone, because you can go back and edit it. Because Chris, I always send it and then read it after I send it. And it's just, I don't know why. Like, I consciously know that I'm doing it and I still do it anyways. Right.
No.
And I just can't ever get it right. John says, at Armstrong, do you need cheaters? I want to tell you a funny story right quick. And this happened today. Right. I was at Walgreens. Right. And I was at the checkout line. And they had a new like machine where you stick in your credit card, right? And but it's not like the one that goes up from the bottom. It's like in the screen, and you got to put it, and you don't put the chip up, right? You have to face the chip down, which is just opposite of the way everything is, right? So I started discussing with the lady because she was kind of cute, right? So I was starting to have a little conversation. I was like, back when I was young and I first started driving, like you had a gas card, you had to put it on a machine. Right. And then put a piece of paper over it. And then you slid this thing across and it stamped like the card number. And then they would send it in. That's how they got it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting old. Right? She had no idea what I was talking about, Chad. She had no idea. And I was
some sort of chat up line, Chris.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. Like,
I'm going to take a leaf out of your book. So next time I'm talking to someone, I'm going to tell them about how we used to dial the numbers round on the phones.
Yeah. I've used those too when I was growing up. Yeah. My aunt always had one of those.
Before we had microwaves, I'm going to talk about those times.
I don't know. Like, I didn't even get that more in depth the conversation. I was like, did I really just say that, bro? Like, I mean, she smiled at me, so like, I don't know. Maybe she's like, what? She actually like, and this is the words that came out of her mouth. Right. She's like, that seems weird. Right. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. It's not good. Not good. Has she never at least watched Home Alone 2? I don't even know. I didn't even get any further conversation,
I watched that yesterday, actually, Home Alone 2. It's not as bad as what I thought it was. Yeah. I have seen it before, but it kind of reminded me that it's not actually for a sequel. It's not actually a bad sequel. So, okay.
I definitely know what you're talking about. Thank God. Yeah. I mean, because I felt, I don't know. I don't even know. Right. I don't know what to say.
They actually used to wear the numbers off the front of your car, didn't they, by doing that? Because they used to have to
that's how they build you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you just swiped in the machine and got built instantly. I mean, Chad, does everybody know what I'm talking about? Has anybody ever seen those things like firsthand or no?
In the black and white days.
Please just say yes. Listen, I don't care if you haven't seen it. Just say yes. Just make my day better, please. Right. There's some backwood places around that still do that. I saw one the other day, man. I saw one the other day. I was like, you guys still use those? Or like, no, what happened was our system went down and we had to do it one day. Right. And we had this like stuck in the back. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yo, G is like, yes, I know.
I haven't written a check out for quite a few years.
I have not seen a check in a long ass time either. My old fishing pub does it still. Shit, I remember my parents had a phone in a bag. Yes. So when I was younger, my dad worked construction, and the first time they had the phone, it wasn't even the phone with the bag. This is the one that connected permanently, and it was permanently mounted in your truck, and then you had an antenna on top, right, and it just stayed in your vehicle. Now I do remember the phone in the bag. I also had Nextel when cell phones first came out. But that's been like I was 16 years old, 15, 14. I had a pager. My first communication device was a pager.
Yeah, I remember them. I'm that bit older, 15. So we had pigeons in bags.
Oh, so you guys deliver messages with pigeons in bags?
Yep.
Did you go to your local Walmart or whatever and just buy it? You're like, I need some pigeons because I got to send a
box of pigeons.
An airmail. Yep. An airmail. So how did you wrap the note around the? How did the pigeon carry it? Did you just wrap it and like tape it around their leg or what?
Yeah, it got kind of like an envelope, a letter in an envelope with a stamp, and just sellotape it to the side of the pigeon, and then let the pigeon go.
Okay. What happens if the pigeon didn't go to the right spot?
Then kind of you got a pigeon back with the letter, and it had "Return to Sender" written on the pigeon.
I remember back in the days when you had to throw a bottle with a cork cap in the water and just let it float. No, I'm just kidding.
Or a brick through a window. That's the best.
The brick?
Oh, I said the brick, yeah.
Carbon copy? Oh, my God. I mean, it's insane, bro. Insane. And you just never really know. I never really paid attention to
Mm.
time until Casey was born, and then it's just like, God, it just doesn't slow down no more.
Mm.
You know?
Did you do the fingerprinting in the police, Chris, with the ink and stuff? Because that's all
Yeah,
moved on now, and it's all
yeah, they're past that now. We
scanners
got
and
all the
stuff.
they call it APHIS here, automated
Yeah,
fingerprint identification system. So you just
yeah, I
do it all
think
on the
it's the
screen.
same. I think, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
the same. Yeah, yeah. That
Oh yeah,
ink though used to get everywhere.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
Well, I guess kind of in closing, y'all, I really hope that you guys have a badass New Year's tomorrow, right? Make
yeah.
sure that you ain't drinking and driving none. It ain't worth it. And then Casey wants to stream some Call of Duty after this. So like after this ends, you'll have to give me about, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then I'll get it all set up on Twitch. So she'll be live on Twitch afterwards. I know y'all probably want GTA, but she's not here as often. So
Mm.
I really would like her to model, and see what kind of family of badasses we are and what we do, and just how beautiful the world can be. County I worked for still did old school fingerprinting when I was hired.
Yeah.
I don't think that's completely phased out of everything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Pretty much all the government type of work here. So anytime you go somewhere, like let's say you need to get some kind of clearance, if you got a job where you need to go into school, like you have to go get a fingerprint, whatever. Casey Lynn wins out for sure. Yo, absolutely. She's excited. She's been asking ever since she landed. She's like, Daddy, I just want to stream. I didn't get to do it last time. I'm like, let's do it, baby girl.
That'd be good. Can
you imagine playing GTA RP with dial up? Like before you could even fly into the city, you have to listen to AOL, the AOL thing, right?
Those tones used to go on forever, didn't they? And I used to get screamed at as well because I'd be sat in my bedroom on the internet playing some sort of game, and then my mum would try to make a phone call, and she'd pick up the phone downstairs and just get an earful of tones and things. Yeah,
the AOL chat rooms.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
oh my God, bro.
Yeah. Those were the days.
So I guess in closing, Matt, like I was saying, I hope you and I hope everybody in the chat has a beautiful, badass New Year's. I'm grateful for you guys. Get ready because this next year we're going to be pushing just harder than what we did this last year. And I really think we're on a good track with TikTok. There's some doors that are still being talked about that I think will open, especially after we hit 100K, which we're almost there. I think we're at let me see what we're at now. We're at 91.4K followers on TikTok. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, Matt. And
yeah, definitely.
I hope everybody has a badass New Year's,
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Yep.
You've got mail. That's
nice.
Right?
It's just come up to 1 a.m. over here on New Year's Eve morning, and it looks pretty good so far. So I hope you will find it the same over there as well. It's,
Did you show Chelsea the flag? Yeah, wait, did I do the video after or before? If I did the video after, I did not open it until I did that video. Right? I didn't open it until I did that video. So if they're there before they saw it, or if they're there after they saw it, or if they, God bless, I can't talk. If they were here after I opened it, yes, they saw it. But all I'm gonna do, I just need to get a shadow box for it. It's right up there, and then I'm gonna hang it back here. I'm probably gonna let it sit in place of the hat, and then I'm gonna put the Till Valhalla things in front of it, right?
Yeah.
Which reminds me, surely they have shadow boxes on Amazon, right? Let's see, flag, shadow box. Yeah, they do.
Oh, he meant Casey, Chris.
Oh, Casey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She'll see it. Yeah, she'll see it. My bad. Yeah. Hayat. Congratulations on the Chris. Oh yeah, right now. No worries, Shock. No worries. Yeah. Absolutely, bro. So all right. Well, chat, man. Once again, Casey will be live after this. We might end up doing some hunting and stuff after she gets done. It just kind of depends on how long she takes. But we're gonna rock it out, man. And then I don't know. I can't remember. Let me see if I can remember real quick. Let me double check my mom's messages. I can't remember if we're going to the hotel tomorrow or Sunday night. But I'll find out for sure. And then I'll let you guys know. But if we're at the hotel tomorrow night, I'll go live from the phone, right, for New Year's. That way we can bring in New Year's together.
Will you see your mum tomorrow, Chris?
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
All
Back
right.
from the future. All right, have a great one. This guy's going in the cupboard.
It's over. All right, well, chat, we love you guys, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful, badass day, and we'll see you guys, man. Matt, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
humbled
too, Chris.
to know you, and your friendship is irreplaceable, bro. Thank you.
Oh, no, yours too. It's without getting cheesy, you brighten up my life, Chris.
Yo, right back at you, bro. Right back at you. All right, love you guys, man.
All right, take care. Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, we'll see
you
ya.
soon. See you soon.